Next question. From Drunken Starfish. What is the most effective way to break tackle when running the ball? And if it's a truck stick with the right stick, do you hold it or do you flick it? I'm going to take this question. So we have Ahmad Bradshaw here, and obviously we're running. Let's go out and just grab, we'll use this run, of course, but we'll make the defense a little lighter. Let's go with more of a secondary package. I want to run some bros over. I want to run
Want me to go quarters through deep just so you can get in the secondary and hit me?
Oh, yes. All right. So he's asking how you break tackles. Well, it really depends, as we talked about earlier, what back that you have. Do you have an elusive back or a power back? That's a big factor in whether or not you're going to be taking on defenders in a certain way. So, as you notice,
you truck them
when I come through the hole, what I do is I simply hold down the right stick down. This has to do with the Infinity Engine this season. You want to lean forward with the right stick. This is actually, honestly, a real thing. I've talked to the team. It's going to create some tension in the ball carrier.
Absolutely.
As he puts the right stick forward, he is now running with more tension in his muscles. He's not going to fall over as easy if he runs into his own guy.
He's like a rock.
Think about it. Think about Maurice Jones-Drew, how hard it is to knock him over compared to how hard it is to knock down somebody else.
Absolutely. Here he is.
So is he going to take it on? The key, though, is if you hold down the right stick for too long, you just fall over.
Right.
Let's see if I can. I will run backwards and just tip over.
Yeah,
so you don't want. So you want to hold it going through the hole, but you want to make sure that you let it go. Otherwise, you will stumble because obviously you can't run over.
There he is. Yeah, he stumbled.
So this is the key, though. So you want when you're going to approach a defender, especially one in the secondary off the edge. You want to hold it and get it down. So when you hit him, you got the lower center and you're going to knock a guy over. Once again, if it's a guy like Darren Sproles, instead of Ahmad Bradshaw, what I would do is I would use the juke stick like that. That is an elusive animation. That is what's going to happen if you have an elusive back in the game. So that juke that I did right before the carrier got there, the first thing I'd like to do is just juke around him and not have to take the hit. Because if I take the hit, I'm going to slow down. It's going to slow me down and everybody else is going to catch up.
Right.
But if I just juke maybe a second early, maybe there instead of there. So notice Bradshaw's cut, right? See how he just plants and shakes? A real guy will hop. A guy, LaShawn McCoy, Darren Sproles, they'll hop and actually end up behind the carrier sometimes nicely.
They take vicious cuts.
So that's a key. That's a key that you want to get with a guy like Victor Cruz. But that elusive animation right there will be something that will break a tackle for you. I don't personally like trucking backs because I think every time they have to knock somebody over,
there's always other guys around.
It's going to slow them down.
Right.
Whereas an elusive back, sometimes you can get them without missing and you never have to slow down.
Right.
So, yes, trucking backs are good and you do want to hold it forward and go through the hole and you'll never probably lose yards. But for my style, I like to have the elusive back and really get out into space and try and just make yards.
I think the most important lesson, rule of thumb about what Farls is talking about here is that you want to almost like do it before you think you need to, right? So if a lot of times I think in years past, you would almost be making contact with the defender and then you'd flick the stick and it would work.
Yes,
you want to call the juke before you get to the guy. You want to call the truck before you get to the guy, so that you're ready to bowl over the guy. And so I think that's what's most important to take away from what Farls is saying here.
And much like a truck stick, much like the hit stick on defense, with the truck stick, don't try and truck Patrick Willis. Try and truck a cornerback on the outside.
Do not try and truck Patrick Willis. Yeah, that's right.
That's a key too.
Big tip.
Think about who you got. Think about your speed. Think about their speed, and that's another big key to breaking more tackles in this game.